The Daily Compliance News for October 6, 2025, the Corny Capitalism edition. This is Tom Fox, and I'd like to welcome you to the Daily Compliance News. The Daily Compliance News is the only daily podcast which curates 4 top compliance, ethics, and/or corruption stories for your listening and viewing pleasure if you're watching this on YouTube. So, a very provocative question NPR asks, are we now in crony capitalism in the United States? We've seen the blurring of boundaries between government and business under President Trump. It has some political commentators ringing the alarm over something called crony capitalism, a corrupt system where political power meets big business. Trump is clearly edging us down that road by taking shares in companies and appointing boards of directors. How far will it go, and what will be the role of compliance and ethics, if any, in the new corrupt Donald Trump business world? Next up, from Bloomberg, a British man pled guilty last week to charges he swindled nearly $100 million from investors by claiming he held a collection of extremely rare and valuable wines. James Wesley previously pled not guilty, but he changed the plea. Between 2017 and 2019, Wesley and his co-defendant defrauded investors by claiming that their company, Bordeaux Cellars, brokered high-interest loans to wine collectors who supposedly put up rare vintages as collateral. The men claimed to be holding a large stockpile of wine worth north of $1,000 a bottle. Investors were promised regular interest payments from the wine collectors, but it was not forthcoming. Next up, private equity is buying drug companies. What are the ethics of drug research when they oversee those? As many drug trials are vetted by companies with ties to the drug makers, raising concerns about potential conflicts of interest and patient safety. Institutional review panels have the power to reject drug trials or offer order modifications if participants face unreasonable risks. They're supposed to be independent watchdogs, counterweights to big pharma. Yet, with the ethics panel that reviewed the Novo Nordisk test of Ozempic and its main ingredient, they didn't have to look very far. It chose WCG Clinical, a company partly owned by the private equity firm that owned Novo. So what does all this mean? Is there a conflict of interest? It's certainly an interesting and important question. And finally, from Semaphore, at least 2 executives at the mega $63 billion real estate investment in Saudi Arabia have been detained by Saudi Arabia's anti-corruption watchdog. The detentions were made as part of the investigation that is ongoing. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.